in this video we're going to calculate the local minimum of a function. So first we want to enter in our function into the calculator, so 2x squared minus 12x minus 9. And then now we graph the function. Okay, so I've already set the viewing window so that the graph, all the features of the graph show in the window. But if you can't see where the local minima or local maxima are, you can go into the window and change the x min, x max, y min, and y max to make sure the graph shows the features that you want within the window. Okay, so in this example, our function is a parabola that opens upwards, and so it only contains a single local minimum, and that's what we're going to calculate. But if you're also looking for local maxima for a graph, it's essentially the same procedure. You just have to do the proper command. Okay, so let's do the calculation. Right, so we want to open up the calc menu, which is above the trace button. So we press second because it's in blue, and then I press trace to open up the calc menu. And in operations 3 and 4, you see that it says minimum and maximum. Right, so if you're looking for local minima, you'll choose minimum. If you're looking for local maxima, then you choose maximum. In this case, we have a local minimum, so I choose operation 3. Okay, so it's going to ask you a series of 3 questions. So left bound, right bound, and then guess. So for left bound, we want to make sure the cursor is slightly to the left of the point that we want. Right, so the minimum is about here. Right, so here my cursor is slightly to the left of that, so I can choose this point. And then right bound, I want it to the right of the minimum. Right, so say about here. And then guess, I put it near where the minimum occurs, and I press enter. And now it calculates the minimum. So one thing about the graphing calculator is typically when it does these kinds of calculations, it uses an approximation algorithm. And so you can see here that it shows that the minimum occurs when x is 3.0000011, whereas the actual minimum occurs when x is equal to 3. Right, so that's because there's some rounding estimation error when the calculator is doing the calculation. So just be aware of that if you see something slightly off like this. So here the minimum occurs when x equals 3, and then the y value is negative 27 in this case. Okay, so that's how you calculate the local minimum. Again, this graph doesn't have any local maxima, but if you also want to calculate local maxima, it's the same procedure, except when you go into the calc menu, you choose maximum instead. Okay, so let's end the video here.